You believe that or not?
I'm going to say no, because I think Andrew Luck is the most important player to his individual organizations. The Colts have been irrelevant for several seasons now, and it's because Luck has not been on the field. Russell Wilson does it all, but they also have Bobby Wagner on defense. They still have veteran leadership in Earl Thomas and Doug Baldwin. I'm not saying they wouldn't be great. They would be great with another quarterback. But Andrew Luck is the Indianapolis Colts, and we've seen without him what they are. They're an irrelevant franchise. So to me, with the questions on his shoulder and all of the investment that they're putting in Luck, and they're not going to draft a quarterback third overall, so they're going to trade back. They're all in on Luck for another season and another year. And remember, the Colts were once an important franchise in this league. They haven't been. Andrew Luck, most important player to his team.
I get it that Luck is an important piece, and we've been able to see what the team is like without Andrew Luck. But he also had T.Y. Hilton. And I mean, there's been some talent around him, not the most talent. One thing they haven't done is protect Andrew Luck, which is frustrating as a fan of that team and as a fan of Luck. But I will say Russell Wilson, hands down, do you realize the completion percentage of how much of the offense he is? And then not to mention, you're saying I'm familiar with what the Colts look like without Andrew Luck. Could you imagine what the Seattle Seahawks would look like without Russell Wilson? Your mind wouldn't even think about it. You'd probably get an aneurysm trying to figure out how they would move forward. They have so much talent in different places. But without Russell Wilson, this team does not go. I don't care what anybody says, and I love Doug Baldwin. Jimmy Graham was great when he was there. Marshawn Lynch was fantastic, and they haven't been the same since. But without Russell Wilson, they don't get to the Super Bowl. Without Russell Wilson, they're not relevant in their own division, and that's how much Russell Wilson means to Seattle Seahawks.
I have an important question. Did I call the Browns head coach Hugh Douglas?
Sure.
I did. It's not. It's Hugh Jackson.
Okay.
I should take a laugh for that, really.
Okay, it's all
Hugh
right.
Doug Peter. What do you mean?
I know what you're trying to say.
Baby.
Yeah, no, I got to work those off a little
I wanted to say something, but you were going on a
great
quick
player,
rant.
Hugh Douglas. I liked him in Philadelphia. Quickly, the most valuable player to his team is Aaron Rodgers.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't need to imagine what it would be like with Russell Wilson, because we saw it in front of us last year. We were all sitting here at the table. These are facts. In the middle of the season, we're like, I truly think the Packers should explore bringing in Colin Kaepernick. I think they should bring him in, because they couldn't win a game without Aaron Rodgers. Then he comes back, run the table this. It is Rodgers by a long shot, I think.
I'm with you, Kyle.
Right. Thank you.
Well
Hugh
done.
Jackson,
Right.
Hugh Downs.
The Colts won't
Jackman.
the
Hugh
Colts won't
Hefner.
be picked by many to win a division that includes the Jags, the Texans, and the Titans. But new head coach Frank Reich does not see the Colts as being in rebuilding mode. He recently said, quote, "Every ounce of me feels that we are winning this year. The Colts can win the AFC South with a healthy Andrew Luck. Believe that or not." Kyle!
I believe it. We see this stat every year. There's a team that goes from last to first in the division. It sounds ridiculous when you talk about it in April. Just watch. It can happen. Truly. Guys, they're going to get Saquon. They're going to get Chubb, maybe Quentin Nelson if they stay at that 6. They also have a bunch of second-round picks. They'll get Malik Hooker back. And I think it's all hinges on this. If Andrew Luck takes to that Frank Reich offense, and if they have him doing the RPO stuff, and he looks like Carson Wentz at all, yes, absolutely, because they will have the best quarterback in the division, and you would always win it that way.
I think so. I agree with Kyle on this one. And Andrew Luck is everything. If it's not Andrew Luck, they're not doing anything this year. But we forget how good Andrew Luck is. Andrew Luck took his team to the AFC Championship game with arguably less talent than what the roster has right now. They're young. They have the 6th pick. They have all those second-round picks. The Jaguars went to the AFC Championship game last year. Find me anyone last April 2nd who gave them a shot in the AFC South. The Colts absolutely have a chance. And if Andrew Luck is there, they might be the front runners going in.
Nate?
I don't think we forget how talented he is. If you forgot, then go ahead and Google Andrew Luck, because he was amazing when he's healthy. Listen, he has the arm of Aaron Rodgers. He has the frame of Ben Roethlisberger, and he has the footwork and speed of Russell Wilson. That is Andrew Luck. But why does that make him dangerous? Because when he leaves outside the pocket, he wants to do so much. One thing that got him in trouble a lot is that he wouldn't give up on plays. He got guys draped around him. He's still trying to throw that big bomb. If you're talking about RPOs and him getting outside the pocket, that's a concern for me, because a big frame, tall, athletic quarterback like that, getting outside the pocket with as fast as these D linemen and linebackers and safeties are in this league, you're putting them out there to get injured. And that's why I don't like seeing Russell Wilson run around. I get it that he's athletic. One thing we do know about Aaron Rodgers is that he can throw the ball. But people forget he's super athletic. He's very decisive on when he decides to run. I don't like seeing Andrew Luck in space because he's been so banged up.
Question before we go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Right now, one word, all three of you. Who is the favorite in the AFC South?
The Jaguars.
Yeah, no question.
The Jags.
Not the
Jags.
Texans. With
Not the
Watt coming back,
Texans.
and not the Titans.
There's mystery there. The Titans won an Arrowhead in the playoffs. There's mystery with the Texans because we don't know Deshaun, we don't know JJ. I think Jacksonville, there's very little mystery. Although
There's mystery in it.
Blake Bortles is always a little bit of an enigma. That's why it's a tricky question.
mysterious.
I'll go with the defense, though.
What do you got?
I think that the Jaguars are by default because they did it, they earned it. The Texans really, really scared me this year. I think adding the Honey Badger is a quiet move that no one's talking about. Honey Badger, Watt, Merciless comes back,
And
Watson comes back.
We forget Watson, what he did.
Don't do that either.
Bill the Butcher.
Yeah, I don't know if Bill the Butcher. I don't know if he needs that.
Don't ever do that.
No, don't
This
do that.
is fresh out of a 1980s movie right here.
Yeah.
Any 1980s training montage would show this right here. But yeah, I'm going to say, of course, it's April Fool's. I mean, he wouldn't go out here and do something like this. Because here's the thing. America's filled with stupid people. So there's people that are actually going to go out there and do this with real knives. And don't get your arm sliced up.
He tweeted they weren't real.
The knives aren't real, but the training is real. Like, this is what he's doing.
I think he is earnestly training with stunt knives.
Yeah.
I don't think he's trying
There's
to
no
do a joke
here.
I just think that the guy has rubber knives, and this is how Aaron Donald's choosing.
What I love is that we're learning something about Aaron Donald.
Talk about
he's
it.
Like he's so
You're right.
quiet that I love that
Defensive
we're getting
Player of the Year.
a little look into the
Years
80s.
ago, I remember hearing stories about how Greg Jeffries would practice for baseball by swinging a baseball bat in the pool, and it was really hard. Or Jerry Rice would go up to the hill and run in Mississippi, and it'd be 100 degrees. This is the new version. This is it.
Knives?
You just play with knives. That's it.
I remember there was a commercial once where Kobe jumped over a car. And it was fake, but you got morons out there trying to do it for real. Don't do that. First of all, you don't have his talent. Second of all, the knives are rubber. Don't do that.
Don't do it at home. That's the lesson here, kids. All right, great stuff. This is Good Morning Football. We've got the Tournament of Champions on to the second round.